Hello everyone, the Animal Planet channel is with you, with a new selection of interesting facts about animals. This time we will talk about squirrels. Let's go. Squirrels are a genus of rodents in the squirrel family. Squirrels are found everywhere except Australia and Antarctica. The genus of squirrels includes about 30 species distributed in North and South America, Europe, and in the temperate zone of Asia. Types of squirrels differ in coat color, body structure, diet, lifestyle, and habits. Squirrels come in different colors: black, red, brown, gray. Proteins have existed on our planet for about 50 million years. During this time, no changes have occurred with them. Common squirrel. The common squirrel, or viksha, is the only representative of the genus of squirrels in the fauna of Russia. Raccoons, snakes, and owls are considered the main enemies of these rodents. From the name of the change coin Bella comes the modern name of the squirrel. Fossils of an ancient squirrel have been found in North America. Squirrels like only shady and dry forests. Dwarf African squirrel. The smallest species is considered to be the dwarf African squirrel. The animal likes to eat. In a week, the squirrel eats an amount of food equal to its weight. And the weight of an adult reaches 2 kilograms. The squirrel is a champion in the diversity of the diet. Squirrels are omnivorous. Their diet includes about 150 seeds of different trees. Its main part is coniferous seeds: spruce, pine, cedar, fir, larch. In oak forests, the squirrel will not disappear either. It will eat acorns and hazelnuts. The protein menu also includes mushrooms, berries, herbs, mosses, lichens, tubers and rhizomes. If the nut harvest was not good enough, squirrels feed on buds and young shoots of trees. Squirrels can also be predators. In addition to plant food, they also like to eat insects, eggs and even small birds, mammals, and frogs. Black rodents are characterized by increased body temperature. Like many rodents, the squirrel makes supplies for the winter. They hide nuts, acorns, cones, and mushrooms in tree hollows, and some species are buried in the ground. But often the animal forgets where he hid his food. In this case, the poor memory of squirrels is beneficial to the forest. Nuts forgotten in the ground germinate and replenish the forest with new trees. Squirrels do not hibernate in winter, but in severe frosts they may not leave the nest for several days. Despite the fact that the squirrel is a solitary animal, during cold weather, the animals can gather in groups of 3 to 6 squirrels and bask in one nest. The squirrel's nest is called gano, and one animal usually gets a lot, up to 15 such dwellings. Most often, the nest is arranged in a hollow tree or in a birdhouse, lining everything inside with dry leaves, stems, moss, feathers. If there is no suitable hollow or birdhouse, the animals build their home between the branches of a tree, at a height of 7 to 12 meters. Reproduction in squirrels occurs mainly twice a year, in winter and in summer. During the mating period, males run after females, but the females choose their own mate. The squirrel mates with one male once. Squirrels bring offspring up to 3 times a year, depending on the climatic conditions of their habitat. Pregnancy lasts 35 to 38 days. Squirrels in the middle lane are usually born in April and in July. The squirrels are brought up exclusively by a squirrel mother. Males do not take part in the life of the offspring and may well be seriously attacked if they risk approaching the nest with squirrels. Absolutely blind and naked are squirrels at the time of birth. After 1 week, the fur of newborn squirrels begins to grow. And only at 8 weeks after birth, these rodents can see normally. Within 2 months after birth, the squirrels are completely dependent on their mother. Protein meat is prohibited for pregnant women in Croatia. Squirrels mostly spend their lives in trees. The front paws of squirrels are shorter compared to the hind legs. Squirrels are perfectly oriented in the dark. The purest rodent is considered to be a squirrel. Squirrels do not breed in captivity. The state currency of Belarus depicts a squirrel gnawing a nut. 2 red squirrels are depicted on the coat of arms of the Zelenograd administrative district. Squirrels lead a nomadic lifestyle. Even in ancient chronicles, large movements of squirrels are mentioned. The reason for migrations was most often crop failures of the main feed. Squirrels begin to migrate in late summer and early autumn, usually without going far, but sometimes they can go 250 to 300 kilometers. The animals roam alone, and during their difficult journey they swim across rivers and even sea bays, cross the bare peaks of mountains, enter settlements. The younger generation of squirrels is also prone to migrations, but seasonal. Settling down, the young can leave even 70 to 350 kilometers from the place of birth. Adults of these rodents live alone. The average life expectancy of squirrels in the wild varies up to 8 years. The squirrel has long become not only a forest, but also a city dweller, having mastered parks, gardens, and other places convenient for obtaining food. In urban conditions, this rodent can live up to 20 years. The height of an adult squirrel can vary up to 36 inches. The smallest squirrel in the world is about 2.5 centimeters long. The secret of the squirrel's agility is in its miracle tail. The squirrel uses its tail as a steering wheel. Thanks to it, it can jump from tree to tree 15 meters along a curve and 4 meters in a straight line. The tail of the animal plays the role of a parachute. Even when falling from a 30-meter height, the squirrel will remain alive and unharmed. At the same time, the squirrel jumps not so far on the ground, only 1 meter in length. In addition to helping with movement, the tail plays another important role in the life of the animal. The male squirrel will prefer a female with a more lush tail. With the help of tail movements, squirrels communicate with each other. The tail also serves as a warm, cozy blanket, which you can hide in cold nights. But it can also cause the death of the animal. Despite the fact that squirrels are excellent swimmers, a wet tail can pull a squirrel to the bottom. These rodents are very easy to feed by hand. Poland took squirrels under protection after the Second World War. These rodents have well-developed night vision and sense of smell. The squirrel has 4 front teeth, and they are constantly growing. If the teeth are too long, the squirrel will not be able to cope with nuts and cones and will starve to death. Therefore, the animal is constantly gnawing, grinding off the extra length of teeth and sharpening them. Proteins are able to copy the movements of animals and humans. That's it. Don't click on the bell and watch my previous videos.